I gave you faith, turned your doubt into hope, and can't deny it. Now I'm all alone and my joys turn to major.
Hey guys, it feels like it's been a long time since I've done like an actual talk through tutorial because I always do voiceovers, and I feel like I do better in voiceovers, and I just felt like talking to you guys while I do the makeup, all that kind of stuff. And I also have my coffee with this unicorn cup. Okay, I feel like this tutorial is going to take a pretty long time since it's going to be, I like to ramble a lot, so let's get started. So for today's tutorial, I've done actually something very similar with this on my previous post on Instagram, but I also saw this one by Amrezy, which I think is beautiful, and I absolutely love Amrezy as well, and I think this look is going to be perfect for this look, so I'm going to be doing something that's inspired by this. I'm going to start with brows, and I know this is a guy-inspired kind of editorial makeup, but I still want everything to look more fleeky, so I'm going to fill in my brows using Anastasia's Dip Brow, and this is in the color Ebony. I went ahead and skipped over my brows since they take a little bit of time, and I know it looks a little bit crazy with all these bold ass Instagram brows, but it's going to look all good by the end, so bear with me. So I'm going to prime my eyelids now. I'm using Anastasia concealer in 3.0. This is really opaque and really creamy, and it's probably like one of the most opaque concealers you will ever find. I like using concealer as my primer because what it does is it creates a layer between your skin and your makeup, and if you're using something like a highly pigmented makeup and it like stains your eyelids and stuff, this concealer is going to prevent that because it has a layer between your skin. And I also have guy brows, which means I have lots of baby hairs under my brows, and this is so opaque that it covers them beautifully. So this is why I use concealer all the time. I always hate this part because I look absolutely crazy. So once I spreaded this concealer all over my eyelids as a primer, I'm going to set that with powder. With the powder that I'm going to set, I'm going to use Hourglass Ambient Lighting, and I'm going to use Diffused Light. This one is the yellow undertone one, and I like this one because the powder is so mild. If you put a shadow over it, it just glides on. Okay, so let's do some eyeshadows. For eyeshadow, I'm going to use Tarte's Tartelette palette. This is the palette I use all the time and also in my Instagram photos. And what I like about this is that, weirdly, when I always watch a beauty guru's review or like, you know, monthly favorites video and they talk about eyeshadows or eyeshadow palettes, a lot of people say that they loved or enjoyed a certain eyeshadow because they're so mild and smooth and buttery. And I'm actually the opposite. I actually don't like eyeshadows that are so buttery because when I actually blend it out with a brush, if they're too buttery and smooth, it gets all around my eyes like way too much. And I think that's because I have model lids and I have very small eyes, so if it buffs out too much, then it just looks like I got punched in the face if I especially use like a purple eyeshadow or something. So this one, in a sense, it's more chalky. And I know chalky sounds kind of bad for an eyeshadow, but it's just that, but surprisingly, it's really easy to blend, and all the colors that are in here are spot on. These are so easy to use, and this is definitely hands down my favorite palette. And every time somebody asks me that, you know, which eyeshadow palette should I buy, or which one should I buy for as a beginner, or which one is worth the investment, and I always say Tartelette palette because this is so nice. Everything is matte, everything's so blendable, and I actually like the chalkier texture of eyeshadow. So I'm going to go in with the color Wander first, and this is my M441, and I use this brush all the time, you guys know that. I almost forgot, I actually want to use some tape just so we have a sharper look. Just make sure you don't get your lower lashes because you don't want to rip them off. Okay, now that we look crazier now, let's get started with the eyeshadows, and I'm going to take the Wander shade. Take any soft taupe color, and we're going to put that in the crease. I always start with the outer edge because that's where you want the darkest color, and once you got the colors placed in the outer corner, you can start smudging into the inner corner. For today's look, I want our dark colors concentrated right here in the inner corner and the outer corner. And it's almost like a halo effect, I guess. So dark here, and connect it in the middle. And I like to use sweeping motions first to place the colors, And once you got that, I like to use circular motions just so we really buff the color out. We don't want any harsh edges. If you got the first color, you can go ahead and go to the next color. I'm going to go to the color up here, which is a few shades darker than the first color. And we're just going to darken up same places as the first one. The tip is to not to go over the first shadow, just so we have a gradient effect, which creates the illusion that your eyeshadows are really buffed out. Now that we got that on and we got a pretty nice looking eyes right now, we're going to take a flat brush and we're going to go into the darkest brown color right here. Maybe I'll add a little bit of purple just so I can have a little bit more warmth into the brown. And I'm going to put that all over my eyelids. Ooh, that's really pigmented. Make sure you don't go past your crease because we need to blend again. Alright, so let's take the tape off, which is the best part. Ooh, yes. Okay, now that our eyeshadows are super cut, I actually don't want this to be too cut like what we have going on right now. So I want the upper and the lower lashes to be connected. So I'm going to take the same lower, or the flat brush that I used on my lids, and I'm going to connect right here. Okay, now let's use a pencil brush and go into one of the any lighter shades of taupe, and I'm just gonna like all mix it together. Make sure you tap off the excess, and we're gonna put that in the inner corner. I want this to look more on the heavier side on the outer corner and lighter on the inner corner, and that helps to create the illusion of bigger eyes. Okay, I feel like we've worked on the eyes for so long. Let's move on to the face and let's take a little break on the eyes. So before I started this tutorial, I used a really good moisturizer. The more moisturizer you use, or actually the more moisture you have on your skin, the less cakey your foundation is going to look. And my favorite one is by Cetaphil, and which is like yay because this is drugstore and you can buy this at any, like I bought mine at Walmart, and get this Kroger. Depending on where you live, I don't know all your local supermarket names, but well, this is easy to find. So recently, I've been totally skipping out on using foundation. I used to wear foundation every single day, even on days where I just need to go somewhere really quickly, because I had a really anxiety attack on how my skin looked, because ever since I started getting acne, it was so bad and it was so red, and I just didn't like how it looked. And recently, I changed my skincare routine, which I am working on filming that. Ever since I found the skincare routine that works for my face, my skin has cleared so much that I feel so confident leaving the house with absolutely no makeup, and my skin loves that I don't have to wear foundation every single day anymore. So I do recommend that if you have beautiful skin, please don't wear foundation, because it's so important to just put SPF on your face and let your skin breathe. But I do understand that you get anxieties and you don't like how your skin looks uneven, or if you have acne like I used to, and it just looks terrible and you don't want to leave the house, you don't want people to see it. I totally understand it, but sometimes I do believe that it's important that you don't wear makeup at all. So today I'm going to go somewhere a little bit natural. I'm going to use the EX1 Invisiwear foundation. This is super natural, but it is medium to full coverage, but I'm not going to use the whole entire thing on my whole entire face, because again, we're not going to go with the cake face. For my brush today, I'm going to use something a little interesting. It looks like a toothbrush, and I know the Artiste brushes are like going viral still, but this one is not Artiste. This one is by Etude House, which is a Korean one, and it comes with a brush, and it also comes with a replaceable sponge head, which I've never used before. Alright, so I would just rate this as an okay brush. I don't love it. It's not bad, but it's just not really appealing. So anyways, it's not like perfectly flawless, but I think that this is a pretty natural coverage, and then that's all I need. So I'm going to do some concealing, because I feel like I have a little bit of darkness going under my eyes, and I'm going to use my favorite concealer, which is Rimmel London's Wake Me Up. I'm just going to pat that in. This concealer has lots of orange tones, so it's going to really cancel out your darkness. And color correcting is apparently like the huge thing nowadays, because that's all I see nowadays. It's just like, stop it, guys. For my inner corners, I don't want something that's too highlighty, so I'm gonna go into this palette again. I'm gonna take the lightest color, which is like almost like a white color. I still want a little bit of highlight, so I'm gonna use Mary Luminizer. want something a little bit on my waterline, I'm going to use this NARS black eyeliner, which is super fancy. Okay, let's do some eyeliner. I'm going to use my BH Cosmetics as usual. And we're just going to do a thin line. I like to stamp on the eyeliner and connect it together. I also want to extend the inner corner as well. Alright, now let's work on lashes, and I'm gonna take my usual lash case, which I think is beautiful. This is by House of Lashes. I think I'm gonna go with Iconics as usual. And they're the middle ones. This isn't so nifty. You can put some lash glue. I'm gonna use the House of Lashes glue. These smell like, on their website they say that it smells like flowers, but I'm not sure. But it does smell better than Duo ones, because Duo ones, they smell like shit. I love these lashes. They are just like BAM! So for mascara, I'm going to use Telescopic by Loreal on my lower lash line. And let's make the cute mascara face. Now I'm going to use some powder to set everything. I'm just going to go ahead and use this Hourglass Ambient lighting to just put powder on places where I tend to get a little bit too shiny. And I crease a lot on my forehead. Makes me feel that I'm actually aging. This hair, my goodness gracious. For bronzer, I'm going to use Soleil Tan de Chanel. This is a cream bronzer. Smells absolutely amazing. I know this product is kind of intimidating to buy because it's $50. I'm going to use a blush brush for this. It is $50 and it is expensive. It is Chanel, but I do have to say that this is going to last you forever, because this should last you, like, if you were to use it every single day, I feel like I would have this for like at least 3 years. It just gives like the most beautiful overall glow of tan, and just like putting this, not precisely, just all over my outer perimeter to give myself a more sharpened face look. For blush, I'm using Becca, and this is in the shade Wild Honey, which looks like that. I'm going to take it on a Morphe E4. All you need is one dab, and that's all you need. Woo! That was enough for both cheeks, actually. And just blend it out. It is so nice outside. It is so... I love spring. Love spring. For highlighter, I'm going to use Mary Luminizer. I'm not going to do too much. I want to do a little bit of contouring. I'm going to use Pony Memebox with MAC 224. I'm going to take this taupe color right here. And I'm just going to contour my nose. Alrighty, for the fun part. So my lower lip, I'm going to use MAC Mist. Sorry about the airplane. Excuse you, airplane. This is such a staple lipstick from MAC. Almost everybody owns it if you're like a makeup artist. So I'm just going to put that on my lower lip. I like to shear it down just by pressing it, and it goes on my upper lip. And of course, you can definitely stop here, and I think this is super glamorous. But I want to do something a little bit fun. I'm going to take Jeffree Star's Velour Liquid Lipstick, and this is in the shade Dominatrix, and I'm going to draw some mustache on. So when you use these, you want to make sure you shake it up. I think he said for about 5 seconds. Okay, that's really enough. And I'm going to take the product on the back of my hand just so it's easier for me to work with. I love these packaging. So cute. The Precise brush. This is by Real Techniques, and I love this brush. I've never used anything fancy for brushes like this. I know MAC and stuff has one, but this is enough. And first I'm going to fill in the lips like normal. God, I love this MAC Mist lipstick color. That's so pretty.
You see me in the spotlight, ooh, I love your style. Show me what you got, cause I don't wanna waste my time. I'm worth it, baby, I'm worth it. I'm worth it. Gimme, I'm worth it.
Okay, that is all for today's tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. I absolutely love this. I think it's really cute and adorable, and I mean, it's not something you don't want to go in public like this, but I feel like the eyes are so totally appropriate for going out in public, obviously, and just skip out on the lips maybe. And I just think that's super cute when I look at myself with the mustache when I show my teeth when I smile. In the viewfinder, it looks like an old man. It's cute. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.